Greetings, fellow carbon paste bipeds. I'm Scott Rose, and you are watching Explosions and Stuff. Today, I'm going to try something new, thanks to a suggestion from my buddy Reverend Stumpy over at Scallywag Gaming, and I'm going to do my top 10 Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. The rules for the top 10 list? Here they are. There's only 4 of them. Number 1, I have to have seen the movie. Obviously, if I have not seen the movie, it is not eligible to be on my top 10 list. Number 2, Jean-Claude Van Damme has to play the lead role. So movies like The Expendables 2, where he's the primary villain, but he's not in the lead role, are not eligible. Rule number 3, I have to like Jean-Claude Van Damme's performance in the movie. So if there's a movie that I like, but I thought he was horribly cast in his role, it is not eligible. And number 4, pretty much these are all my opinion. The movies I think are most entertaining. They may not be the best well-made movies out there, but for some reason I enjoy them and I find them entertaining. And for that reason they could be on the list even if they're poorly made. Number 10, The Quest. Now, this movie it's kind of a carryover from my childhood. I enjoyed it then, and I found it very entertaining. You know, it's an action movie, a lot of fight scenes, which I found exciting, but not a lot of blood or not a lot of death or anything like that. So, you know, it's something my parents would let me watch. So it was one of the first Jean-Claude Van Damme movies I didn't have to sneak around and try and hide that I was watching it. My parents would watch it with me. They didn't really enjoy it because they weren't into those kinds of movies, but I did, and they let me watch it. And this was possibly the first Jean-Claude Van Damme movie that my parents were okay with me watching, and that I didn't have to sneak around and hide watching. I could watch it right in front of them. So for pure nostalgia's sake, The Quest comes in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have Hard Target. Jean-Claude Van Damme in New Orleans fighting against people who are hunting him for sport. This was a great concept. Yes, it's a concept that gets done a lot. It's made in many movies. The idea of the rich people literally hunting homeless people and killing them for sport. It's done so many times. But this movie did it well. It had great action scenes. I think it was John Woo's first American film also. So that was just beautiful and fantastic. He did a great job making action movies, so it brought John Woo to a mainstream American audience. And great action scenes, great fight scenes, great explosions, a very exciting movie. Had Wilford Brimley in it too. And best of all, it had Jean-Claude Van Damme with a glorious mullet. So at number 9, we have Hard Target. Coming in at number 8, we have Time Cop. Jean-Claude Van Damme traveling between the different periods of time, stopping crime. I love this movie. Yeah, the special effects didn't age well, but the story was great. The acting was on par with what you would expect from a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, and it says it is Jean-Claude Van Damme's highest grossing movie of all time. The only reason this movie isn't higher on my list is because the things like special effects and things like that did not age well. So at number 8, we have Time Cop. Coming in at number 7, we have In Hell. Now, I already reviewed this movie. This was actually the second movie I ever reviewed for this channel. And my review of that movie is pretty horribly made, because it was the second video I had ever made in my life. But moving on past that, this movie is so much more than just a generic action movie. You know, it's got drama, it's got suspense, it's got romance. This movie is so great. It's well written. The acting isn't the best in the world, but it's Jean-Claude Van Damme. What do you expect? He's not going to win an Oscar at any point in his career, but it's good for him. It's one of the best things he's ever done as far as acting goes. It's just beautiful. I think everyone who likes Jean-Claude Van Damme should watch In Hell. So that's why this movie comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, we have Lionheart. Now, I really enjoyed this movie. This is actually the only movie on this list that I have never owned a copy of for some reason. I don't know why, I've just never gotten around to owning a copy of this movie. But it's really enjoyable. You know, the story is kind of repetitive. It's been done so many times, and that's why it's so low. It's basically this guy's trying to fight to raise money for his family and stuff. It's been done so many times. The story is not original, but the action scenes are great. The costumes are great. The arenas in which they fight in are glorious and beautiful, and it just feels gritty and hard-hitting. And this is the kind of movie you would want to watch if you just want to see great fight scenes and great action. Coming in at number 5, we have Universal Soldier. Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren together in the same movie. Really, I could leave it at that, and that would sum up why it's on this list, but I'm going to keep going more. This movie was great. The final battle at the end was just vicious and mean and glorious, and everything was great about this. Jean-Claude Van Damme had this nice little innocent, naive character about him. Dolph Lundgren was just this bloodthirsty monster trying to kill everything. The movie was gloriously written and just well acted considering what it was. Again, this is one of those things that didn't age well, and that's a big thing against it. That's what did the most harm to it, is that it just didn't age well. So coming in at number 5, we have Universal Soldier. At number 4, we have Double Impact. This is quite possibly Jean-Claude Van Damme's most popular and quoted movie of all time. Jean-Claude Van Damme plays twins in this movie whose parents have been killed by this Chinese drug lord after they built this road connecting Hong Kong to mainland China. And it's just glorious. The originality of it, you know, the story, the acting was great for what the movie was. The fight scenes were great. You know, Bolo Young was in it, which was just amazing. Everything about this movie was just fantastic. Easily could have been higher on the list if I just didn't like the other movies more. Again, this is one that didn't age well. A lot of the CG effects, like where Jean-Claude Van Damme is on the screen with Jean-Claude Van Damme, you can tell it's using a blue screen, but that's just, you know, a product of its time. The movie was made back in the 80s, so the special effects didn't age well. But the movie itself is great, and Jean-Claude Van Damme did a great job playing two separate characters and made them believably different people. So coming in at number 4, we have Double Impact. Coming in at number 3, we have Double Team. Now, a lot of people are going to give me hate about this one, especially because it's so high on the list. That's why I included rule number 4, that some of these movies are on here not because they're good movies, but because I just found them entertaining. This is the movie I was talking about. Yes, it's a bad movie. It was not well made, but it's so much fun to watch. I mean, Dennis Rodman ruined the movie. He was horrible in it, and all the stupid basketball puns. Aside from the basketball puns, though, everything about this movie was enjoyable. You know, the stuff that's bad is just laughably bad. And just the acting was pretty good for what it was, with the exception of Dennis Rodman. He was crap, but he was laughable crap. He was enjoyable crap. He was entertaining crap. So I like this movie, not because it's a good movie, but because it's an entertaining movie. Coming in at number 2, well, before I get to that, number 2 and number 1 could easily go back and forth, trade places, easily. They could do that, because they're both amazing movies. Really, the difference between these two movies, it's like the difference between a hamburger and a cheeseburger. You know, I'd prefer to have a cheeseburger, but if I can't have a cheeseburger, I don't mind having a hamburger. It's not that big of a... It's a big enough difference that I have a preference, but not a big enough difference to where having one over the other would bother me. And with that being said, my number two Jean-Claude Van Damme movie is Kickboxer. This is a great movie. This movie has the best training montage, in my opinion, of all time. that I have ever seen in my life. I love the training montage. You know, with him kicking the tree and doing the punching and kicking and stuff underwater. The training scene in this movie is enough alone to put this up as a top tier movie. But then you have all the fight scenes and the special effects, which weren't really a lot of special effects now that I think about it, aside from makeup effects and practical effects. But they were just great. Everything about this movie was good. The acting, okay, yeah, some of it was pretty bad. Some of the dubbing was bad. Sounded like cartoon villains. But that's okay. That's easy to ignore. Because everything else about this movie is just so fantastic. My number one Jean-Claude Van Damme movie? Well, it shouldn't be any surprise. It's Bloodsport. I love the movie Bloodsport. That is the first Jean-Claude Van Damme movie I had ever seen. And it's got Forrest Whitaker in it, for Christ's sake. If nothing else, you can just watch this movie and sit there and wonder why the fuck Forrest Whitaker is in it. Because he is. He plays one of the FBI guys chastening after Jean-Claude Van Damme's character. It's just glorious and amazing to see Forrest Whitaker in a Van Damme movie. It's great. But this is the movie that got me into Van Damme. The different fighting styles, the different styles of martial arts. Every character in this movie being unique and not just some cookie cutter. Yeah, there's some cookie cutter martial artists, I'll give you that. But they're throwaway characters. They don't matter. They don't need to be there. There's so many different styles of martial arts. If you don't like one, there's going to be another one that you do like. You're going to like one person's style of martial arts. Guaranteed in this movie. I love this movie. It's got the smart-ass American character with Ray Jackson. He did a great job in that role. Everything about this movie is great. So my number one Jean-Claude Van Damme movie of all time is Bloodsport. Thanks for watching. And I especially want to thank Reverend Stumpy from Scallywag Gaming for suggesting that I do top 10 lists. And I mention them again because Scallywag Gaming is a Twitch channel where they do live streams of video games and have great conversations. So, if you're interested, if you want great conversations and mediocre gameplay, check out Scallywag Gaming. I'll leave a link to their Twitch channel in the description below. Also, if you're interested in donating to a really good cause, this shirt is one of Scallywag Gaming's t-shirts that they have for sale. It's about how not all cancer is pink. All the proceeds from the sale of this t-shirt are going towards ovarian cancer research. So if you want to donate to a good cause, but you want to get a nice t-shirt out of it, definitely look into picking up this shirt. It's nice and soft. It's smooth. Mine just came in today, and I'm loving the thing. It's very comfortable. I love this shirt. I'm going to wear it all the time now, which I thought I'd just wear it for the video because good cause and stuff. But no, this is comfy. I'm wearing this damn thing all the time. It's nice and smooth and stretches a bit, which is good because I'm kind of a bigger guy. But yeah, this is a great shirt, and it's for a great cause. So if you want to support the cause, look into getting the shirt. I'll leave a link to that in the description also. Also, the shirt's only going to be available for the rest of September because September is Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month. So, if you like me doing the top 10 list, let me know, like the video, put a comment in the description to let me know that you liked them, and I'll do more of them in the future if you want them. So thank you for subscribing to my channel, thank you for watching this video, and have a nice day.